company changing direction depending on the mood of your co-founder rather than market needs. Have you ever seen that kind of stuff?
Yeah, I have unfortunately seen some of that stuff. Yes. That is an interesting one. Yeah, and not ideal, right?
I mean, I would call it mood drift. So kind of like situation where I come to work, I'm not in a good mood, so I will make decision of like introducing this feature or that feature or launching campaign or not launching the campaign because I'm upset. I would find it very difficult and I find very unprofessional. And if and actually, again, there's another question. Should we make decision based on emotions or sort of rational thoughts? Like, what's your approach to that?
Yeah, that's a good one. And how you define emotions, like you could also include instinct in there, and then there's something quite kind of different. And really, I mean, it's hard to say yes or no, but if it's like happening on your instinct, you want to check yourself and monitor. Okay, I've done this on instinctually thinking about something. Has that proved a positive thing to figure out, okay, can I actually trust my instincts or not? But I think everything you really want to take some time and have some rationale and time and like probably second guess yourself to make sure that you are doing things for the right reasons and it's not just an emotional push.
So you're saying you've never made emotional decision?
I definitely did not say I've never made an emotional decision.
Was it the right decision?
Huh?
Was it the right decision? I want to know if you made an emotional decision and in the end it was the right decision.
Probably. I can't recall. I'm just going to say yes.
Okay, cool. Anyways, I was going somewhere with this, but let's skip to the next point.
Yeah, let's move on swiftly.
Okay, sometimes your co-founder might be causing something that is called talent flight. So basically, the top performers of your company will start leaving because they will start having concerns about the leadership, right? So then you have to look at obviously they're not going to be there, so they're not going to be working. So it's going to slow down things. So it would be cost of lost potential business, recruitment cost. And how do you deal with those awkward moments, right? Because we all been in the situation where in the boardroom or meeting room, and let's say like the top guys start having a go at each other. Like I find it extremely awkward.
Yeah, it's not a great look. And there's a very fine line between having a go at somebody and actually having a healthy kind of argument. In my early days in London in creative agency, it was this to have a heated discussion.
They could be heated discussions. Too many creatives in one room.
Yeah, copyright, art direction. Yeah, exactly. But it is part of the process. If you're doing something creative, creating something, and that, if you're founding a startup business and it's something you both care about, then there is space to have a heated discussion. But I guess does it come to a conclusion where there's a constructive decision around why certain actions happen? But if they're just like going at each other just for the sake of it, that's not good for anyone.
I have a question. So would you, let's say there's two co-founders, right? And you're upset with each other and you're supposed to have a meeting with the rest of the team. Would you do it? So, like some parents, like they pretend that nothing is going on in front of their kids. So would you go and would you suggest that they hide away and have the heated discussion, or is it okay to do it in front of the team?
Yeah. It's really hard to hide human emotion, and I think
same with the kids, I guess.
Yeah, I think you need to have that conversation between the two of you and keep it professional with everyone else. I think most people would agree with that. Running a business, it's not good if you've got unaired issues and you're doing that in front of your team. Yes,
agreed.
That's not professional. Okay, point 5 on our list of hidden costs of a toxic co-founder is productivity drop. So teams spend energy navigating politics instead of building, and everyone gets distracted.
Well, I've seen it so many times. So many times.
Yeah.
It's like wasted energy, I swear.
Yeah, and the thing that like I find personally most challenging around this is it just takes away from the work, and what you're delivering, the product, your focus on the customer and doing the best you can. If it's like internal politics, it's just a like energy drain, and don't dig it. The toxicity of a difficult co-founder can spread, creating fractions, internal competition, negativity, criticism. So point 6 is cultural contamination.
Oh yeah, I love that contagion. I seen that so many times, and I think the biggest challenge for me with that is that you have to take side. Like everybody's coming, like what happens usually to me, everybody's coming to me and they like usually from both sides and say why the other side is bad. And then
you're in the middle just enjoying it all.
Yeah, I'm enjoying the drama. You know it. But you almost expect it to just kind of like pick the side, which one you are, or like at least pretend, and like so when you talk to one side you are on their side, and then when you talk to the other side. I think it's horrible, and it's another sort of productivity drop and drain. So I would just like stay away from that.
Yeah, and I've seen this happen in corporations where they might have decided internally within the business it's a smart idea to split up certain areas of the experience, and then when you see that conflict kind of happening, culture challenge between those two sides that might need to work together on the experience for the customer, then that sort of internal divide can kind of be reflected externally on the experience and really impact like a customer's experience with a business. So yeah,
I think you're making such an interesting point here.
Thank you.
We always forget that, right? That what is the saying? The fish rots from head. I don't know why people say that, because actually fish doesn't rot from head, but I think it's just a figurative speech. But what I'm saying is like people forget that stuff that's going on in the business, especially on top of the business, then it goes down to like everyone else in the business, and eventually it actually is reflected in how the customers are treated, and they feel that bad energy as well, because there's not enough care about the product, of customer service, and so on and so on. So that's really interesting, like a side effect of something that you might think is not a big thing.
Yeah, contamination.
Contamination goes all the way down.